This in the last segment, your sample size. This is how we should be looking at it. Is regardless if we're upset or if we're happy, our sample size is the indicator of the type of player that we are. Just because it's not going well in the short term doesn't make you a bad player. If you're consistently losing and you're not doing anything to get better and you're just shoving money, you're a bad player. That's what your sample size is going to say. And I guarantee your sample size might not say anything because you're not putting in the work to actually track your sample size. That's another thing is it's not just about executing lineups and strategy. It's what are we doing after hours when everyone else is sleeping and when everyone else is posting screenshots on Twitter or talking about how unlucky they are. What are we doing? We need to be doing stuff to get better. We need to be in the gym. We need to be working on the jump shots. We need to be getting in the extra reps. So we just took a look at Steph's sample size of 20 games, and we're going to go through some of my results in 20. This happens once a video, I get all tongue-tied. Sample sets of 20 through my results. So the biggest thing that I want to teach you guys is what do you do when you have a week like this? There's about 20 slates a week in baseball, usually about anywhere from 3 to 5 a day. It usually works out to 20, especially if you're taking a day off. It might be a little more, it might be a little less depending on how much you play. But you'll see here, this is a real life look at my sample size, playing all the slates. What do you do when you have a week where you win 6 times, you lose 14 times, and you lose almost $500? That's more than my car payment. So what do you do when you lost a car payment in 1 week of doing this thing that, you're probably already taking a lot of crap from people that think you spend too much time on it? Well, what would Steph Curry do? We took a look at the sample size. A 20-game sample size is not the true indication of the type of player that you are. So whether it's going poorly or whether it's going well, you have to just maintain that professional mindset of I only can focus on what's in front of me and control what I control. Steph can't control if the shot goes in. Steph can't control if he gets the pass a little bit different from where he wants to catch it before he shoots. All he can do is his fundamentals, his muscle memory of what he's done to prepare for the moment and then hope for the best. We're going to take a look briefly. I just want to show you I still get a lot of, dude, I just really want to play the mini max. I really want to win $1,500, $3,000, $4,000 one contest. Like, that's cool, dude. Like, if that's what you want to do, like, that's fine, So we're going to take a look at some of my actual results. So this is my sample size of just over a year, and take a look at where we're at from a ROI perspective to a winning percentage perspective. The ROIs are similar, but I win about 10% less playing in the mini max. I want to show you guys oh, by the way, I built you guys another bankroll tracker for baseball. We did one for basketball, built another one for baseball. If you want access to it, just hit me up anyway, and I'll invite you or send you the link. What are we trying to do here? Is this what I'm looking for? Oh yeah, sorry, I got a little ahead of my. Okay, so this is a 20-game sample size from last year. So I basically cut up the last year of results. End of May of this year to end of May last year to this year. And this is a 20-game sample size. Look at this. I lost 4 out of 20 times, but I got saved from finishing high. I think this is the first time I actually won it. Yeah, this is the first time I actually won it. And I think this is, I want to say it was like 1,200 to first. So, but yeah, like, nice pop. But this is what it's going to look like. You're going to lose a ton. Like, I get messages from guys all the time like, dude, this isn't working. Like, when do I get a win? It's like, I lose a shit ton of the time. Sorry for cursing on the video. That's the first one. But I lose a ton. Like, that's a 20-game sample. And that's losing 80% of the time, and I still turn a profit. We'll take a look at another set. Same thing. I lost 70% of the time, and still, I snuck out a profit. In the mini max, you're really playing for the big wins. Look at right here. I had, almost a 4-figure win, and I barely scraped out a $300 profit. So if you're playing in the mini max, this is what your results are going to look like. And those are 2 weeks where it went really well. What happens when you still have, a 25% win rate? I've lost 75% of the times, and now I lost almost $900 in a week. So this is the risk that you're running when you're playing the mini max. And this is back when I was maxing it out. So if you're maxing it out, you really have to hope that you're binking or finishing top 5. There's a lot more variance in it. Yes, of course, it's fun when you win or finish high. But if this is how you're thinking you're going to feed yourself as a professional DFS player, it can get pretty sparse. And again, like, I'm not the best big field player. That's not my specialty. I like playing them and it's fun. Playing the lottery isn't a great financial investment, but it's fun. Playing the Millionaire Maker in football season isn't the best use of your bankroll, but it's fun. Like, I get it. But on the flip side, we'll just look at how some of the classic slates go. Some of these are smaller, and look at these buy-ins, guys. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm telling you. $5. I was only playing 1/4 jukebox at the time. Slowly built up to 3, 4, 5. I started exactly where you guys are at. And look at this, only playing $5 at a time, $10, $20 at a time. I made almost $160. So this is what I'm telling you guys. This is what I'm telling you guys, playing the dime times, playing the jukeboxes. Learn what it feels like to be good without putting a ton of money in. Dude, you think I'm stressing over? So like, look here on the 7th. I had $20 in play. I made over 100. You think I'm sweating over $20 if I lost that $20? No. So it allows me to be aggressive. Like, I love being conservative in my bankroll, aggressive in my play. And this is how you can do that. I'm only showing you guys. I'm 100% transparent. Whatever I do, I tell you about. If you guys want to see, this is exactly what I do. Here's another period. Again, you're going to see these are about a week long. Nothing really changed here in my bankroll. Lost $50. Okay. I lost $50 over the course of a week. Costs more than that to go to a movie these days. So that's how you can start justifying and offsetting some of this stuff. You're paying to learn. Look at all of the red in this section. So much red, but look. 1, 2, 3 three-figure pops, $220 profit. And again, this is the course of a month. I'm slowly increasing my amount of play, but some of the stuff where I'm testing out. So you'll notice this is $50 in play on a slate like this with 8 games. I'm not as confident. I'm learning how to play the 3 gamers, so I'll only do one of those. So this is how you get better. Everything I told you guys is 100% what I did. My volume starts to amp up about a month later. Another $400 profit here, but I'm still losing over half of the time. Like this, these are very real results. This is 100% the reality of a winning player. I'm losing a ton. I don't care. Like, I don't care if I shoot 30%. It's what am I doing? The 3 out of 10 times I win. One of these winners is wiping out all of these losers. So like, I'll just show you. Like, let's just do the quick math. So we'll just do an auto sum here. $175. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losing slates wiped out by 1 winning slate. That's how you do it, guys. That's how I tell you guys, keep shooting, build up your sample size, keep shooting. So we'll just keep scrolling down. We'll just take a look at a couple others. Nice little heater here. I won 14 out of 16 times, but some of these are small victories. But I'm never going to complain about a week where I win 70% of the time. Again, sample size. What does your sample size say? Most of them are going to look like this. Lots of red. Losing week. Lost $33. Look at my volume. My volume's up a little bit more, but it's because I'm moving up in the levels that I had. I was doing a little bit more of an aggressive bankroll management plan back then because I could afford to do so. And you guys can do that too. I don't know what your financial situation is like, but just, play within your means. This is where one went really bad, and it's going to happen where you start moving up in stakes and it doesn't go well. So we moved up a little bit in stakes, lost 80% of the time for almost $400 loss over that period of a week. And that's why I always talk about have a cutoff threshold of when you move up. If it doesn't go well, hey, I've got $1,000 in my bankroll now. I'm going to give myself a 20% stopgap. So I'm going to start playing in the $2 contest or the $1 contest or whatever. And unless I go up to my next goal as of getting up to 2,000, but if I don't get up to 2,000, I fall back down to 800, then I'm going to go back to the quarters. That's how a stopgap works. We'll keep moving. Another losing week. So now we have 1, 2, 3 losing weeks in a row. It's going to happen. You hate to see it, but it's going to happen. But you keep firing. So now we're looking at 4 losing weeks in a row. Boom, nice winner. So we had 4 losing weeks of about $450. We wiped out our 4 weeks of losing in 1 week. You'd love to see that. We'll keep moving. Boom, look at this. This is why we play, guys. This is why we keep getting better. This is why we slowly increase our stakes, but stay, conservative in our bankroll management. This is Steph's second half, game 7. This is, a month and a half of, little profit here, little loser here, break even, boom, big old pop. 1 week. You guys couldn't benefit from making an extra $2,300 in 1 week. And look at the stakes that I'm playing. This is all quarters and dollars at this point. This is nothing. This isn't, playing, this isn't the mini max. This is just, I always say, stay in your lane, but dominate while you're going to be there. And I guarantee when on a night like this, actually it was a morning where I won $900 in a morning, is because I was aggressive in my approach. So it works. We'll just keep moving through because again, I want you guys to see what a whole year looks like. And, best week followed up, minus $200. So I just shoved off, almost 10% from the winning week. That hurts. Now we're looking at back-to-back losing weeks after our best week of the year. So now we've given back, almost 20% of what we won. You keep shooting. We want a little bit of that money back. And again, look, the stuff for the most part is going up a little bit, but nothing outrageous. Another losing week. Boom, look at that. We weathered the storm. We had a big week to end the month. Had a couple of losing weeks, and here we are again. We just won back all of our money and then some. So that's how you grow your bankroll. It's going to look like this. So you just got to weather the storms and the small dips, knowing that the next upswing is coming. I preach it because that's the reality, and I have confidence in that because of what my sample size says. So we'll just keep going. But, look at the reality here. One of the second best week of the year followed up by the worst week of the year. So you can't get too high, you can't get too low, you can't play above your bankroll. Again, my buy-ins are staying relatively the same, but you can see, you can get a good amount of volume without, feeling like you got to play in the $4, $80 contest. There's no $4 entries here. This is all dollars and quarters. But there we go again, terrible week followed by, the best week of the year. That's how it happens. That's what I'm talking about when I tell you guys that Steph keeps shooting, because every loss, every miss is one make away from his next heater. This, I don't play DFS for weeks like this. I really try to avoid them. This is why I play DFS. $2,500 in 1 week. Hey, don't quit your day job, kid. It's like, all right, cool. I'll just make $2,500 in a week. Oh, we'll make $3,400 in 2 weeks. But I won't quit my day job. Don't worry. But that's what I'm telling you. If you guys are tired of taking crap from family members that want to give you a bunch of crap and tell you that your hobby's a waste of time, prove them wrong. Prove them wrong. Everything I've accomplished in DFS for the most part has become from, a place of people telling me I can't do something. Dude, the game's no longer beatable. No, you gotta have a big bankroll. You gotta come from a poker background. Oh, you know how to program? You don't know how to code, bro? You're never gonna win. Dude, I don't have any of those things. Just sheer will and determination. Got a couple more to look at here. Boom. Another winning week. And I wanted to highlight this week because look at this. Look at how poorly this was going. So let's take this out. Let's just delete it for a second. I was having a negative $1,500 week, and then boom, one slate. This is what I was talking about in the previous clip. It doesn't take one day to win stuff back to have a great week. It takes one slate. So one slate followed by, back-to-back weeks. This is almost, $4,000, $5,000 a month. Playing quarters and dollars, you guys. This is why I tell you guys, play volume. Don't be in such a hurry to move up. You would be surprised. I'm like a broken record in private messages. I'm be patient. You will be surprised how much money you can make at the lower stakes. There's a month where we made almost $4,000, $5,000 in 1 month. Oh, let's keep it going. Look at this heater. This is the heater that I'm talking to you guys about. I'm not here tooting my own horn. I'm not trying to tell you guys how great I am. I'm just trying to show you, you will see that my volume will gradually increase at a comfortable amount after I've won, after I've achieved the goals that I have set up in those tiers that I've talked about in the bankroll management. Everything that you guys want to see is in this bankroll management. Any plan that you want to track your results is all right here. This is exactly how I do it. We go back to the starter kit. Go to the bankroll tracker. Every single thing here. Here's a starting point. There's the goal of where you want to reach. When you move up, you mark it off complete. We'll start here. These are the contests that we should be playing in. This is the buy-in target, and this is our stopgap. This is everything that I'm showing you guys is exactly what I do. I'm not one of these people that just shows you all the live finals that I go to and how cool I am and what a great player I am without telling you that I probably spent 5 to 6 figures to win this seat that's valued at, I don't know, $20,000 to get a finish, dead last. All these guys talk about, dude, I've been to 17 live finals. Awesome, man. What's your ROI look like? How much money did it cost to get there? How many have you actually won? Nobody likes talking about that. There's a big reason why I don't play in those. They're not in the bankroll plan right now. But we'll just keep going. Again, this is going to happen. You're going to be on cloud 9 thinking that you were the next Awesemo after a 4-week run after that. And then you're going to lose 16 out of 20 slates and get your ass handed to you. But it doesn't matter. We're just going to keep firing because we have a plan. We have a process. We know what it's going to yield. Boom. 1 week later, we won a third of what we lost back. And then, break even week to end of the year. But that's pretty much close to a full year of results to show you guys. But the whole point of everything that we covered here is just to show you the ebbs and the flows of a whole year and what the week to week looks like. I would hate, I would just see screenshots on Twitter of all these guys having success, and I'm just like, I know that's not the reality. I know that these guys aren't winning as nearly as often as they think. And then I just think, okay, well, if this guy posts a screenshot of, I had 20,000 in play and I won $100,000 tonight for an $80,000 profit tonight because you sent the screenshot. So am I led to believe that every night you're not posting the screenshot, you're losing 20 grand a night? Is that the type of person that you want to follow and get your advice and pay a crap ton of money to follow? Or do you want to see behind the reality of what it looks like for somebody that's come up from the low grinder, the low stakes, and just grinds and just hits it and volume. Steph Curry's great because he just shoots and he shoots himself out of a slump. And that's what we need to do. And that's why we need the sample size. And that's why you guys need to play the slates. And that's why you need to start small. There's a method to my madness, guys, and I promise you everything that I'm showing you is 100% what I do. I just showed you a full year of results. So that's not even a full year. That's 3 months. So next time someone wants to talk about how good they are, have them show you 3 months of every slate they played. And very few people are even doing this. I guarantee that probably 10% of the people that play DFS are recording their results every single day, and then we wonder why only 10% of the people that play DFS win. It's very simple. The solutions to all this stuff is very simple. It's just a matter of, do you have the discipline to do it? Do you have the discipline to not be an amateur and be a professional? That's all it boils down to. And if you want to be a professional bad enough, you're going to find a way or try to learn from somebody that's doing it. And that's all I've done, and all I'm trying to do is show you guys what I've learned, mistakes that I've made, help you guys be better, get better faster. So we went a little long here, so we'll wrap it up here, and we'll see you in the next segment.